Alright, hey Kat.
Hey!
So in the last counseling session, we talked about your, the guy that you were thinking about getting in a relationship with. You were talking about your roommate situation.
Yes, I was.
So what brings you in today?
I really want a roommate, but I don't know what else to do. It's just I'm afraid of having a roommate. It's like I have all these scenarios growing through my mind saying, I don't want somebody to come in my room when they're drunk, off their ass, and thinking, oh yay, let's have fun, or have some random dude that's drunk with my roommate come in and they literally mistaken me as them, and then I end up getting assaulted by something. I'm like, no, get off me.
So as I'm understanding it, is you want a roommate that's respectful, but at the same time you're afraid that they're not going to be if you get a roommate.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do.
Have you gotten paperwork or anything to get a roommate, or made a step in getting one?
I have sent an email to them, and they said that they will let me know when that will happen. I was going to have a roommate before they said I was going to have one, but this roommate was a freshman, so obviously they're going to have them roommate up with a freshman than a sophomore. So that's what I think happened when I end up with no roommate, is that I end up having the roommate was a sophomore, so they had to roommate with someone else to do that. You get that? Right?
I'm not understanding you.
So I remember this freshman year, they roommate every freshman up. So that way when it's the beginning of the start, they both know that they're in the same boat and all that stuff. And I'm a sophomore, and they roommate me up with a freshman.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're wanting somebody that has the maturity level as you and is working toward the same goal as you, so that you're not
have to help them out with what's going on,
which in turn puts you behind.
Yeah. So I'd be like, I don't know what else to tell you, but you got to do it, or something where they're like, oh, do you know where this place is, or anything? I'd be like, that's down that way. I can't. Like, can you show me? I'm like, I can't. I'm running late. Sorry. Find a map. So, yeah.
Have you had a roommate before in the past?
Yes, I did, but we end up not having apparently we cannot live together. We can be friends, but we can never, ever live together. We had bunk beds. Those bunk beds, they were a pain in the butt.
What makes you feel like you can't live with her?
I tried to explain what the heck I felt, but it felt like she was on her own little world. Like, all the rules I was being told, yeah, those were thrown out the window.
Did
like,
you guys...
lights out at the certain time because I needed my sleep. Because I had class that was the next day, like 8 a.m. or something. And she'd be up in her room. I understand it's our room, but she was above me, and the light was coming down on my side. So it's hard to fall asleep when you have lights. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever make a contract? Or?
We were given a contract when you have an RA. You have to have a contract where it's, we say this is the set of the times, this is all this, blah, 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 blah. And I respected it. I said, hey guys, can we calm it down, keep it down low or something? And they said, sure. And it's the next 5 minutes they get louder, and I'm like, guys, can you guys calm it down? Again, please. It's yeah, and then the next 10 minutes they get louder, and I'm like,
yeah,
guys, can you get the heck out of my room right now? I need my sleep. I like my darkness right now.
Yeah, that can get very frustrating.
Yeah, that is very frustrating
I see where
with
you're
me.
coming from.
It's can I please just have my sleep? And that's where I lose my sleep, because I don't get silence, and I listen to music to calm me down. But even listening to music, I can hear them over my music.
How?
That's why I will never, ever get bunk beds. No matter how much you convince me to do it.
How do you feel that whole situation can get better? Because are all the rooms filled with bunk beds?
They're not. They were first set as they're separate beds, but they can be put into bunk beds, depending if you want it to be. But me, I did not want bunk beds because one, I like my own space. Because, when you have your own space, you have your own mind, you have your own little world, and you're like, okay, this is where I put stuff at, this is where I have everything else, this is all nice and tidy. But when you have bunk beds, you try to keep your stuff on your side. But then there's other people that are coming in, and it's like, can you guys just take your crap and not leave it on my side? Leave it somewhere else, but not on my side. Nope, that didn't happen. Somebody left their crap on me in my side of the room. Like, really?
Is there a way that you can work with administration to get a roommate that's kind of coming from a respectful background? And
I think so. I'm not entirely sure, but I can check on that. But yeah, I don't know. For that, sure. That for sure.
Is there somebody you've met at college that could be a potential roommate?
Possibly, but she is not coming back because she is dealing with financial stuff or something, and I have to wait for something like that. So she's in another state. Yay!
The good old everything clashing together.
Yup. Yay! And she's also taking the classes online. Yay! And the fact that she has a boyfriend, and I understand if she's going out to be with her boyfriend. At least I know where she's at. The other one, I did not know where she was at. That's what really frustrates me with the communication. It's like, if you say, the one rule is communicate. Communication is key. Isn't that true for everything in life? And yet, I did not know that she was bringing over friends. I did not know where she was, and everything else. And I'm like, I know that sounds like a concerning parent or something, but it's just a roommate. Where are you at, by the way? Just want to know where you're at. Just you know what I mean?
So in return, that makes you kind of like the mom and distracted, trying to make sure your roommate's okay. Am I understanding you correctly?
Yeah,
Is that kind of where you're
it's
coming
like,
from?
well, wouldn't you do that for your friends, too? It's like, hey, hey, I just came into my dorm. When are you coming back? Because I may bring some friends over. Or if they want to do something like get dinner with them, it's like, hey, where are you at? Because maybe we can get dinner sometimes.
Did you guys ever exchange numbers?
Yeah, we did that before the semester started. It was the very first semester, so yeah. Halfway through the first semester, we end up not being roommates. Because we end up having, actually it was before homecoming, actually. Was it before homecoming? No, it was before No, it was before homecoming. Because I remember, my parents came down for homecoming.
How did you get adapted to the change of going from having a roommate to not having one?
It felt miserable, honestly. Because you're there alone. It's fine having your own room a little bit, but then as the year goes on, you're like, I really want a roommate so much. Yay!
Do you feel like a roommate will ever work out for you again?
I feel like it will. It's just I know can be a little bossy a little times. Even if we make the same rules together, we both agreed to make the rules together. It's like, hey, do you want to make rules to know what, so that way we both know what, that we both can think of? I mean, first thing is communication is key. Talk to each other out. Help each other out. What happens in the room stays in the room. That's it. And it's
yeah, that goes for any relationship, really.
No matter if it's love relationship and friendship. Both
because you gotta have that communication of what you want and what they want, and then come to a compromise.
Yeah, I felt like I couldn't talk to my roommate, even if I wanted to. It just felt like I couldn't talk to her. Because she was always in with her friends, and the friends that I had were my friends. But she ended up taking them. Lovely. Yay. Yay.
So, going along with the whole friend group stuff, did you feel like you fit in to college? Is that part of the reason why?
And I say yes and no. I honestly, yes, I do fit in it, and no, I don't. The yes part is I do fit into college because, one, I'm on my own a little bit. I'm gonna have to learn it, and no, it's where I'm a little behind on the social stuff because I've always been behind with my parents, been around, and now I'm on my own. It's like I want to go somewhere, but I can't because I don't have a car.
Have you asked maybe somebody to drive you to different events?
Yeah, they would either be busy or their car would be full.
Have you tried maybe limiting your dorm time and going to spend in other people's dorms to like do projects together?
That's a thing. We don't. Some of them, my friends, are actually not on campus, or they be with their own friends, and I still feel like I'm not part of that friends or group because honestly, I feel like I'm in a different set of groups here. I am part of the music group, but I'm not that full on music group. Everything full on music group, but it's like I don't know what type of group I'm part of, but it's something of everything.
So are you confused of where you fit in socially?
Yeah, that's where I feel like I'm very confused. I'm like, I can get with the history people, I can get along with the music people, it's just I cannot be fully committed to the music and everything. Sorry, I didn't like sunburn, so...
It's all good, you're fine.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have a group that's outstanding over one that you could try to fit into more? Like hang out with more?
If I had one person of each group, of each of them, I'd be very happy because it's all mixed. But it's also around the same thing of what you guys have in common, like photography, hiking. Like my friend that I told you about, how the guy I liked, how he is a computer science person, but he likes to go hiking, so I'm like, why not go hiking with them? Do some photography or some stuff. And I've done some photography with my dad's friend, who actually lives by the dorms. No. Let me scratch that, because that sounded creepy, doesn't it? He lives by the dorms. No. What I mean is he is a professor at the school, but he lives like 15 minutes away from campus. That's what I meant. Sorry on the confusion. If anybody's thinking, oh wait, he lives by the dorms, isn't that creepy? He is married, he does have kids, and sorry if I like to just fidget a little bit.
It's okay. Is that fidgeting from stress? Is talking about it hard for you?
A little. It's just, I have a lot of ideas that I want to say, but I just don't know which else to say. When there's also nothing else bothering me, it's just I felt like I just want to talk.
I can't let you talk.
I don't know what else to talk about.
How is the relationship between you and that guy going?
I'd say good. He is making me a present that I really do like. He and I are planning to watch the show Friends. You ever heard of the show
Yes,
called Friends?
I have. That's a good show.
Yeah, I love it. Apparently, I've been told by a friend, by a recent ex of mine, saying that he's a little bit of the Joey and a little bit of the, what's his name? Dang it! What's his name? No! I know the Friends thing. If this is a bad thing, I'm a fan of Friends. Joey and Ross. That's what it was. Joey and Ross. No, Joey doesn't share food.
Do you feel like you guys can connect through that, maybe?
I feel like we can, because I had to literally explain to him one thing that the little, okay, so there's something funny I really love, and it's like anytime when you lift something and you have to take it upstairs, it's pivot, 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 pivot.
So maybe through this and
shut up. Sorry.
So maybe through this your relationship will grow stronger, or maybe you can have somebody that you can turn to as well.
Yeah.
To talk through some of these issues outside of counseling.
Yeah. I mean, I do talk to him about some of the stuff where I had a little, one day where I felt very down, like very depressed a little bit because of something that happened to me in my past relationship, about how I was not in a very good relationship. I was very blinded by it because I thought he actually liked me for me, and I was trying to maybe give him some space, but I don't know how to give the person some space. Even if I try to, it just makes me more worried or something. It just makes me feel like he's not going to be interested in me anymore.
Do you feel like you overthink situations?
Yeah, I think so. I just don't know.
So do you think that's also a factor holding you back?
Yeah, consider I play little scenarios in my head of how, like, I literally, you know how when you play scenarios and you just, like, talk it out, like, you're saying all this stuff for what the next person could possibly say and what you really want to say?
Maybe what you could start doing is keeping a journal of all these situations that you find that you're maybe overthinking, and, like, write it out and then read it through. And then once you read it through, then it's the second time over, and then maybe you could judge it better. So that way you cut back on the overthinking.
Yeah. But one thing I really have noticed is that with the relationship that I was with before I met the dude from my campus, is the fact I was not the type of girlfriend asking him where are you going, what are you doing, who are you talking to, and everything. But now that happened, I feel like I'm going to turn into that. And that's where I'm like, I don't know what to do. Somebody help me.
Well, that's when you talk to that person. And that's when you communicate and ask what his opinion is of how you're treating him. And then he asks the opinion back, and then you guys communicate back and forth.
Yeah, I wish I came to you before it all was messed up, because he's now long gone, and he's moving out. He's moving to a different state.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's the one who hurt me very badly. Very.
I was gonna suggest maybe writing letters back and forth.
No, not the one where he was playing games with my heart. He was being hot and cold with me. Where he's being like, I like you. I really like you while being in private, but in public it's like he doesn't even know I'm there. Like, I was pretty much, when he was like touching another girl's leg, I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to embarrass him in front of his friends, but I maybe want to do a little gesture of, like, maybe when he's like doing something, like giving him a little massage and just going right against his arm and just grab a hold and just move it out that way and just like, yeah. But no. That showed that I was jealous, but I didn't know. I don't know why, but every time when I try to talk to him about my feelings, it just felt like I couldn't tell it to him because it felt like a brick wall. Like, I had a bad feeling, like, every time he was around, that bad feeling would happen in my chest.
Do you feel like it's because you're becoming more aware of how you deal with situations emotionally, and you're afraid of how they're going to think about it?
Yeah, because they won't give me an actual response of what I really was hoping for, but also, like, not even paying attention to what's really going on, because when I tried to tell him what the heck was going on, he said, well, I'm sorry that I led you on, while being on his phone.
Did you go to him telling him how upset that made you feel?
I tried to, it's just I couldn't even say it to him. It's like, that's why it felt like I had to shut down and not say it to him, but I wanted to say it to him. I just don't know what to do. I'm very new at dating. I haven't dated around in a long time, so this is very new. And I didn't know how to react when he said, "Oh, I cheated on you." I'm like, ha ha ha. I don't know how to react to this, but thank you. And why? What are you thinking of doing that? Why were you doing that?
So I'm feeling a vibe of frustration, confusion, anger, all emotions all at once.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know which one to choose, so I had to be in the stuck in the middle Sweden thing, and it's like, what emotion do I choose? Which emotion do I choose? Because I don't know which one to use. I don't want to be the crazy one who's like, are you like cursing at him and yelling at him while we were driving to get food? And because this was on a day when we were having like rehearsal or something, and we were getting food, and he said, oh, by the way, I cheated on you. And I'm like, I don't know how to react to this. Yay! Lovely! This is a sarcastic one. Yeah, apparently when I went to another counselor before, they said, you say lovely a lot. That's sarcastically. I've noticed that. I'm like, yep, that's what I like to do to some people. Say lovely when I'm not very happy.
Is that like a filler for like your anxiousness and
Yeah.
when you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, because I don't know what to do. This is like all new emotions. Like, I don't know how to deal with this. My parents are not here to help me through this. I feel like I don't know what to do. Because usually I can just turn to them and say, Mom, Dad, I don't know what's going on. Can you help me with this? But I'm here in Shepherd's. But I'm here in West Virginia and they're home in Delaware. And I'm like, I don't know who else to turn to. Help. Has anybody dealt with this before? I don't know what to do.
Maybe what you can do is start keeping a journal to kind of like journal how you're feeling and then reel it into maybe one emotion that you feel and then kind of like talk about that the next time that we're together.
Okay. Alrighty then, that would work. Is our time coming close?
It is coming to a close.
Okay, I don't
In 3 minutes, but
okay, yay. But it's there's just so much, so I'm still so confused on how he was. Because I literally was standing in the middle of the freaking Starbucks thing that we have at our school, and I noticed we had eye contact, and he literally walked over to there, and then he comes around, he's like, oh, I didn't see you, I didn't notice you. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
do you feel like it might have been him trying to flirt?
We literally had eye contact, and it sounded, I don't know what's between a guy flirting with when a guy is not.
Well, sometimes they just tease with that kind of stuff. And you gotta, it is tough and it is frustrating.
I don't know between the guys, like, teasing and flirting versus the guy being rude and jerk, because I've dealt with guys that were being rude and jerk to me. So I've not felt what it's actually like to be saying, hey, I actually like you, I want to flirt with you, to tell you that I actually like you. Because usually the guys that would do that, they would just say it as a joke. It's like, ha ha ha, let's mess with her heart. Yay, that was in high school.
Well, every guy is different, and you have to, it comes from experience, which you'll gain.
Yeah,
So.
it's just so much. I don't know what to do. My life's so weird. It's so weird how my life just ends up going one good thing, end up to a bad thing, and everything else. Yay. Ugh.
Okay, so as our session's coming to a close, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know.
Is there anything going on at home or that's stressing you out, or any other stressing factors?
Well, there's my mother who likes to think where I feel like every time I try to talk to her, I feel like I cannot talk to her because everything feels like teacher mode and everything else, and it's just like I want her to be able to talk to me about some stuff, but it's like I feel like I can't even talk to her on some of this stuff. There's some stuff that I want to talk to her, and then there's some stuff I don't know what to talk to her about. Like, I say one random thing, and my mom's like, why are you talking about that? Why are you making conversation about it? I'm like, what the heck, man? I was just saying. That's a random thing. What's wrong with having a random conversation? Is there any answer on that?
Alright. Well, our session actually is coming to a close. The next time you come in, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Right.